20 items seniors can instantly declutter from every room for a tidier, clutter-free home. Ever walked into a room and felt overwhelmed by stuff you don't even use? You're not alone. Clutter sneaks up over the years, filling every corner and making your home feel smaller. But here's the good news. You can start clearing it out right now. Today we're tackling 20 things you can instantly remove for a calmer, tidier space. And trust me, the last one is something most people never think about, but it makes a huge difference. So stay with me and let's start decluttering together. And if you want more tips on making life after 60 simpler and stress-free, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's jump in. Your living room should be a place of comfort, where you can unwind, entertain guests, or enjoy a quiet moment with a book or your favorite show. But over the years, it can turn into a storage space for things you don't even use anymore. A cluttered living room can make your home feel smaller, harder to clean, and even mentally overwhelming. The good news? You can start clearing it out right now. Let's go through a few common things that might be taking up space in your living room, making it feel crowded rather than cozy. Be honest, when was the last time you actually sat down to read those old magazines or newspapers? If they've been sitting on your coffee table or stacked in a corner for months or even years, they're just collecting dust. Magazines often pile up because we tell ourselves we'll get back to them, but in reality, they just add to the mess. The same goes for newspapers. Unless they contain a significant memory, like an article featuring a loved one or a historical event, it's time to let them go. Keep only the most special ones, maybe a magazine with a recipe you still want to try, or an issue with sentimental value. Consider scanning important pages and storing them digitally. Recycle the rest, or if they're in good condition, donate them to hospitals, community centres, or schools for art projects. Throw pillows and blankets are meant to add warmth and comfort, but over time they can become worn, faded, or just plain unattractive. Some may even be stuffed in a closet or on a couch where they no longer match your home's style. If they've lost their shape, have permanent stains, or are collecting dust, it's time to part ways. Replace them with fresh, easy-to-maintain options that brighten up your space. If they're in good condition, donate them to shelters, as they can provide comfort to someone in need. If they're too worn to donate, check if they can be repurposed. Some pet shelters accept old blankets for bedding. Look around your living room. Do you see decorations that no longer bring you joy? Maybe it's an old figurine, a vase you never liked, or picture frames with outdated styles. Over time, we accumulate decor pieces that once seemed meaningful, but now just add to the visual clutter. And let's talk about those broken items you keep telling yourself you'll fix. That cracked lamp in the corner, the clock that hasn't worked in years. If it's been sitting untouched for months, chances are it's not going to get fixed anytime soon. Keep only the items that add warmth and joy to your space. If something is broken and you haven't fixed it yet, ask yourself if you realistically ever will. If not, toss it. Consider selling or donating decorations that are in good condition but no longer match your home. Remember when DVDs were the best way to watch movies? Or when VHS tapes lined the shelves of every home? But with streaming services, many of these collections have become obsolete. If you haven't watched a DVD or VHS tape in years, it's time to assess whether you really need to keep them. Sure, a few sentimental favourites might be worth holding on to, but most are just taking up space. Keep only the most meaningful or rare ones. Donate or sell DVDs that can still be enjoyed by someone else. For VHS tapes, check if they contain irreplaceable memories. Home videos, for example, can be transferred to digital format before letting go of the physical tapes. Decluttering can be tough, especially when certain items have emotional value. What's the hardest thing for you to part with in your living room? Is it an old collection, a sentimental decoration, or something else? Let us know in the comments. Your response might inspire someone else to start decluttering today. The kitchen is one of the busiest areas in any home, and over time, it can become cluttered with items you don't even realize you have. From expired food to rarely used appliances, clutter makes cooking less enjoyable and cleaning more difficult. A tidy, well-organized kitchen not only looks better, but also makes meal prep easier and safer. The kitchen is one of the busiest areas in any home, and over time, it can become cluttered with items you don't even realize you have. From expired food to rarely used appliances, clutter makes cooking less enjoyable and cleaning more difficult. A tidy, well-organized kitchen not only looks better, but also makes meal prep easier and safer. Take a look in your spice rack or pantry. There's a good chance you'll find spices and food items that are way past their expiration date. Spices, in particular, lose their potency over time, meaning that 10-year-old paprika isn't doing much for your cooking anymore. Decluttering steps: check expiration dates and toss anything that's expired. For spices without a date, a good rule of thumb is to replace ground spices every 2 to 3 years and whole spices every 4 years. If you find non-perishable food you won't use but is still good, donate it to a local food bank. Quick tip: want to keep track of your pantry better? Use a marker to write the purchase date on new spice jars and food items, so you'll know when it's time to replace them. Do you really need 3 spatulas? How about 5 wooden spoons or multiple bottle openers? Over time, we collect duplicate kitchen tools, many of which just sit in drawers, taking up space. How to declutter: take everything out of your utensil drawer and group similar items together. Keep only the best quality versions and donate or discard the extras. Store frequently used tools within easy reach and put occasional use items in a separate space. Fun challenge: try a 1-month kitchen tool test. Put your most used utensils in one drawer and store the rest elsewhere. If you don't reach for an item in a month, you probably don't need it. We've all been there, digging through a pile of plastic containers, desperately trying to find the right lid. Somehow, lids disappear just like socks in the laundry. Mismatched Tupperware is one of the biggest sources of kitchen clutter. Decluttering tips: match every container with a lid. If it doesn't have a pair, it's time to toss it. Keep only a reasonable number of containers for your needs. Consider switching to glass containers, which last longer and stack neatly. Organization: tip store lids upright in a small bin or file organizer so they're easy to grab. That bread maker you were excited about 5 years ago but have only used twice. The juicer that takes 15 minutes to clean. If an appliance is collecting dust on your counter or buried in a cabinet, it's time to ask yourself if it's truly worth keeping. Decluttering strategy: if you haven't used an appliance in a year, you probably won't use it again. Donate or sell appliances in good condition. Someone else might actually use that waffle maker. Keep only the appliances that you use regularly and that truly add value to your daily life. Consider multi-use appliances. A high-quality blender, for example, can replace a food processor, smoothie maker, and even a mixer. The next room is even worse. If you think the kitchen gets cluttered, wait until you see what's lurking in the next room. Most seniors don't even realize how much unnecessary stuff piles up there. Stick around. It's coming up next. The bedroom. Creating a serene space. Your bedroom should be a peaceful retreat, a space where you can relax and unwind. But over time, clutter sneaks in, making it harder to truly rest. From overflowing closets to unused furniture, a cluttered bedroom can feel overwhelming instead of calming. Your bedroom should be a peaceful retreat, a space where you can relax and unwind. But, over time, clutter sneaks in, making it harder to truly rest. From overflowing closets to unused furniture, a cluttered bedroom can feel overwhelming instead of calming. Do you have clothes in your closet that you haven't worn in years? Maybe they don't fit, they're out of style, or you simply don't feel comfortable in them. Holding on to clothes you'll never wear again only takes up space and makes it harder to find the items you actually love. Turn all your hangers backward. When you wear something, turn the hanger the right way. After 6 months, anything still backward can be donated. If you struggle to let go, ask yourself, would I buy this again today? If not, it's time to donate. Keep a donation box in your closet and add items to it regularly instead of waiting for a major purge. Many charities and shelters welcome gently worn clothing. When was the last time you replaced your sheets or pillows? Over time, bedding wears out, loses softness, and collects dust and allergens. Decluttering old bedding can improve sleep quality and make your bedroom feel fresh again. If your sheets and pillowcases are torn, pilled, or have lost their softness, replace them. Experts recommend replacing pillows every 1 to 2 years for hygiene and support. If you have more extra blankets than you use, donate the extras to shelters or pet rescues. Keep only 2 sets of sheets per bed, 1 in use, 1 as a backup. This keeps storage neat and laundry simple. Old costume jewelry. Jewelry can hold sentimental value, but if you have pieces that are broken, out of style, or never worn, they're just taking up space. Set aside meaningful heirlooms and everyday favorites. If you haven't worn a piece in over a year, it may be time to part with it. Organize your remaining jewelry with a simple tray or hanging organizer to make it easy to find what you love. And hey, try the 7-day jewelry test. Each day, wear a different piece of jewelry. Unnecessary furniture. That old chair covered in clothes, the nightstand crammed with items you never use. Large furniture pieces that serve no real purpose only make your bedroom feel smaller and more cluttered. Ask yourself, does this piece serve a real purpose, or is it just taking up space? If it's broken, worn out, or always in the way, consider letting it go. Maximize space with multi-purpose furniture like storage benches or underbed organizers. Removing just one unnecessary piece of furniture can instantly make your bedroom feel more open and relaxing. Would you rather declutter your bedroom or your kitchen first? Let us know in the comments. The bathroom, a hidden clutter zone. The bathroom may be one of the smallest rooms in your home, but it's one of the easiest places for clutter to build up. Expired medications, half-used products, and old towels can quickly take over cabinets and countertops, making it harder to find what you actually need. The bathroom may be one of the smallest rooms in your home, but it's one of the easiest places for clutter to build up. Expired medications, half-used products, and old towels can quickly take over cabinets and countertops, making it harder to find what you actually need. Many seniors keep medications long after they've expired, thinking they might still be useful. However, expired medications lose effectiveness and in some cases can even be harmful. How to declutter safely. Check the labels on all prescription and over-the-counter medications. If they're expired, don't flush them. Many pharmacies and hospitals have safe disposal programs. If a medication is no longer needed, ask your doctor or pharmacist how to dispose of it properly. Consider using a medication organizer to keep track of what you actually use and prevent unnecessary buildup. Quick tip. A good rule of thumb. If you wouldn't trust it to work in an emergency, it's time to get rid of it. That half-used jar of face cream or bottle of shampoo you didn't like. If it's been sitting on the shelf for months or even years, it's probably time to toss it. Many beauty products have expiration dates or become less effective over time. How to declutter beauty and skincare products. Check for expiration dates. Mascara, foundation, and skincare items often expire within 6 to 12 months after opening. If it smells off, has changed color or separated, it's no longer safe to use. Keep only what you love and use regularly. If a product didn't work for you, there's no reason to keep it. Organizing hack. Use a small bin or drawer organizer to store only the essentials, making your morning routine easier and faster. Old towels. Are your towels frayed, faded, or scratchy? Over time, towels lose their softness and absorbency. Instead of holding on to worn-out towels, replace them with a few high-quality soft ones that make you feel pampered every day. Decluttering steps. Sort through your towels. If they have holes, stains, or feel rough, they need to go. Donate old towels to animal shelters, where they can be used for bedding. Keep only what you actually use. A good rule is 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths per person. Refreshing tip. Folding towels neatly and storing them in a designated space instantly makes your bathroom look more organized and spa-like. Unused perfumes and lotions. Perfumes and lotions can last years, But if you have a collection of bottles you never reach for, they're just taking up space. Many fragrances and skincare products change over time, losing their original scent or effectiveness. How to declutter, smell test. If a perfume or lotion smells different than when you bought it, it's time to let it go. Keep only what you truly enjoy. If you never use a fragrance, pass it on to a friend or donate it. Streamline your routine by keeping just a few signature scents and everyday lotions that make you feel great. Minimalist tip. A clutter-free vanity or countertop instantly makes your bathroom feel bigger and more luxurious. Your bathroom is looking fresh and organized, but there's still one area that most people never think about. But once you declutter it, your entire home will feel lighter. Stay tuned for the next section, where we reveal this often overlooked clutter zone, the storage areas, the final clutter hotspot. Storage areas, whether it's the attic, basement, garage, or a forgotten closet, often become dumping grounds for items we might need someday. But let's be honest, if you haven't used something in years, it's only taking up valuable space. The storage areas, the final clutter hotspot. Storage areas, whether it's the attic, basement, garage, or a forgotten closet, often become dumping grounds for items we might need someday. But let's be honest, if you haven't used something in years, it's only taking up valuable space. Unused holiday decorations. Holidays bring joy, but storing broken, outdated, or unused decorations can turn into an unnecessary burden. If you have boxes full of tangled lights, cracked ornaments, or decorations you never put up, it's time to simplify. How to declutter. Sort through your decorations, keep only the ones you love and use each year. Donate or recycle broken or unused items instead of letting them take up space. Store decorations neatly in labeled bins for easy access next season. Space-saving tip. Use clear plastic bins and label them by holiday so you can quickly find what you need. Maybe you once enjoyed painting, scrapbooking, or knitting, but if that hobby no longer brings you joy, the supplies are just taking up space. Let go of the guilt and clear out the clutter. Ask yourself, do I still do this hobby regularly? If not, it's time to donate the supplies. If an item has been untouched for years, it's unlikely you'll use it again. Pass them on to someone who will use them. Senior centres, schools, or local art groups often appreciate donations. Clutter from old hobbies doesn't define you. Freeing up space allows room for new passions. Paper clutter can pile up fast. Old bills, receipts, magazines, and junk mail can make any space feel messy and overwhelming. But the good news? Most of it can go. Sort through stacks of paper, shred or recycle anything unnecessary. Switch to digital billing to reduce incoming paper. Use a simple filing system for important documents and toss the rest. Keep a shredder or recycling bin near your mail station so clutter doesn't pile up. We all have a box of mystery cables, chargers, and outdated gadgets. But let's be real, most of them belong to devices you no longer own. If you haven't used it in years, it's time to let it go. Test each cord. If you don't know what it's for, you don't need it. Recycle or donate old electronics. Many stores and charities accept e-waste. Use a labelled storage box for the essentials and get rid of the rest. Wrap cords with Velcro ties and label them so you always know what they belong to. Imagine walking into your home and feeling light, free, and stress-free. No more piles of unused items weighing you down. Decluttering isn't just about creating space. It's about creating peace of mind and making your home a place where you can truly relax and enjoy life. Pick one room right now and start decluttering. It's easier than you think. Small steps lead to big changes, and before you know it, you'll feel the relief of a clutter-free home. If this video helped you, hit that like button and share it with a friend who could use a little decluttering motivation.